Game Cast, episode number 268, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode every week and release it on all podcast services, so do us a favor and show us some love by liking, following, subscribing, or commenting on our YouTube page, the CFG, or on our Twitch page, twitch.tv/CFG Games, or go to our main website, freaksgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, and with me today, I got my two awesome co-hosts. I got Pop in the second seat. What's going on, Pop? Bird got it right there the first time. There, Smitty.
That's awesome. Bravo! I believe. I believe.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I'm using a prompter, and it's when he was talking like, "Oh, I just want to see how this is going to be." Got him! I got him!
I believed in you. I just had to throw it out there.
Okay. How are you doing, Pop?
Anyway, Pop.
I'm doing good. A little bit busy this weekend, but I cannot complain. Prepping for the Monster Hunter Wilds update that's coming up, trying to get to rank 200. I only have about 40 levels to go until I hit 200. I had to take a little break because I had to prep for the GDQ Juneteenth event. We're doing speed runs, and then I was a little under the weather, so I didn't really have much time to play this week. Also been playing some PSO with trying to get my build together on there. Not too happy with the LTQ event for Sonic's birthday, more so because of what comes with the drops. I'm just like, oh, there's no augment voucher passes. At this point, I'm just playing the game to help other people that I play with to gear up if they've been behind, or if people want to clear the new in-game boss to do that. But I'm more drawn to be like, hey, let's go hunt some monsters, and to be like, hey, I'm gonna go into Alpha and listen to some Sega tunes and the as we play along, because you can have the different music discs in the game. But outside of that, been good. How about you?
Oh, well, if you want to, because I am going to play some more Monster Hunter tomorrow, because I haven't touched Monster Hunter in about 2.5 weeks, and I've been wanting to get back in on it. We could play together. And, yeah.
And I will not be exhausted from speedrun practice, because the last time I couldn't join in, I was just like, we were practicing, and I'm like, oh shoot, he's live with Monster Hunter, but I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we'll do it. I mean, I'm definitely due for a chill stream tomorrow night. So maybe around 6 o'clock my time, so 7 your time or so, and then just beat it out, because I need to catch up too, because I think I'm only at, I want to say I'm ranked 130 or close to it. So I have a little way to go.
Okay, so not too bad.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun one. What is that? Why? How with our levels or what?
Yeah, 130. Gosh, 200. Come on. How many hours is that?
How many hours is that? I'm working.
You're working to 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working towards 200.
Is that like? Do you need to be 200 for this next content drop?
No.
Or
not really.
No, I just want to be high enough. Because eventually I want to be level 300, so when they drop master rank, I can have that.
What is the max rank?
Okay, it's a limit. Well, I guess at the rank number would have to be 999. 999. Yeah,
it's
but
999.
I don't know. Yeah.
They usually have a what they call the master rank. So once you hit a certain hunter rank, you get a certain title for being that rank. And I just want to. I would rather be at that rank number when it drops and not work towards it.
Mm-hmm. And back in the day,
I feel that.
Back in the day when you get to that level, I guess they were also considered to be they call it G rank as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So where you're fighting it, because G rank is the super hard. But they haven't done G rank in a long time, which I wish they really should bring that back, because that was amazing. Because some of these monsters were just doing some wild and stuff. So I will definitely say.
But it doesn't take long to rank up. You just what I typically do, because this is how I got to rank 100 super quick. You just fight the what are they called? The
rank 7s or rank 8s, or the elderly monsters, or the elderly dragons, or whatever they call it. The super. The big,
there's a specific.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's a specific name for them, but if you fight the tempered versions of the the strongest beast in that area or the strongest monster in that area, you can rank up pretty fast.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's usually like when you do a big
You gotta
fight.
have friends to do it though.
Not really. No, you can do it. You can do it by yourself. It's not that bad. Yeah, it's really not that bad.
It's quicker with friends, but it's not that bad.
This game is actually the easiest. I would easily say that this is the easiest monster.
Really? I was like, Worlds was punishing, I feel like.
Worlds was hard, but it still wasn't the hardest to me. There were some things in World that made it annoying, like some of the ability, like especially like Betelgeuse is just a pain in the butt because he just came out of nowhere and started bombarding you with bombs in the air and stuff. But like the stuff in the back in the day, like on the PS3, PS2 era, because they didn't even tell you how to work with your weapons. They just said, okay, this is how your weapon, this is the weapon you want. Okay, try it. Good luck. Have fun. They don't even tell you the system of how it works. You got to figure all that stuff out raw. Which was hilariously, but that's what made it fun for me. I don't know about Pop, but it made it fun, like to figure all that stuff out instead of just saying, here's a chart list of all the stuff that how it works. So
discovering is part of the fun of it.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why I think that's what they meant. That's what it is. I mean, why they changed it, I understand. They wanted more of a crowd of people to play it, but I do miss the difficulty. The difficulty of this is nowhere near as to the levels of what it once was. But anyways, but you know what, Pop? You know the person who is now going crazy on a brand not really brand new, but now is going ham on this new survival game. I don't even know what it's called. Like I know he's been playing it.
Which one?
That's even sad.
I was going to ask which one because you have one that just came out.
How many survivals? Yeah, how many survivals are you playing, Smitty?
3.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Only 3.
Playing 3. Only 3.
Oh yeah, that's what. Listen, this is Smitty we're talking about here.
Yeah, but that's true.
Well, and we're getting close to what's it called? Death Stranding 2.
Yeah,
it comes out.
Have you finished it yet? Have you finished Death Stranding 1? How close are you to finishing the first one? Do you know? Smitty, you need to finish that. It's coming like in 2 weeks.
I know. I let it creep up on me. I got busy. I got sick. Like I have been slacking. I've been playing FIFA, like this FIFA like team manager game.
What?
On the portal. I know. I started doing that. I kind of got addicted a little bit.
I don't even know you like soccer.
That is hilarious.
Neither.
Oh wow. But anyways. This guy's all over the place, but we got the 5-star general of the bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling, feeling a hell of a lot better than I was last week. So again, thanks for holding things down, guys, while I was coughing up a lung and had knives in my throat. But like you alluded to, I'm currently playing through the altars. I had to scoop that up because I was like, I remember seeing something about that and being like, oh yeah, this looks like the story sounds dope. So I've been enjoying playing that. We had already started doing Awakening. However, I'm taking a casual playthrough. I'm not trying to grind through that or like min-max or any of that. Dude, it's a huge survival game.
Oh, okay.
Dune Awakening. It's like an MMO survival Dune Awakening. It's great. I'm really enjoying that. I'm just taking my time. I'm on a server with Snake Eyes and Ramen. So I saw him once in there, but like he's pretty far ahead of me. So I was like, look, dude, like I'm just running through this stuff. And when I get to your level, I'll get there.
Are you wait, is Dune Awakening a monthly cost game or is it not free to play?
It is not free to play.
So once you buy it, you got the whole game?
Yes. I don't know if they'll have like DLC or what, but like, I mean, dude, it's a freaking meaty game. So, there's people that are like level 50 that are like, yeah, I'm like, we're like maybe like a halfway through, into getting to end game at that level. Yeah, I know, dude. And they're like only now getting to like the open desert and stuff. It's just like, I can't imagine. There's thropters.
That's funny.
It's great. I'm enjoying it. And then, and then wait, what's the third one I'm playing?
Well, you said that one. Scum.
I started Scum. Yeah, we started Scum back up. So
yeah,
I love Scum. Version 1.0 came out last week on Tuesday. Super proud of those guys, GameSpire and the folk over there. I've been in early access with them for years now. Wildy, my buddy Wildy is the one that put me onto it. And it's a great hardcore if you're into like Rust and stuff like that. Like it's a hardcore survival game. So I haven't played in a while, just because I was waiting for 1.0. I was like, I've seen enough. I enjoy it. They've got modular vehicles. Like it's great for your like for a hardcore survival game. So enjoying that, playing all the games, doing things. The kids are in Illinois with Mima, so we are kid free for the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. So, feeling better.
So that makes it even funnier then on the fact with the Spotify. Because I thought that you would choose like in the room next door.
That's what I was trying to at least go in and like creep her out or something.
Oh, okay. So sorry.
That's what I was trying to move it or something. Yeah.
To explain what we're talking about is that we were doing prep before the show, and then Smitty was like wondering like why does it say I'm listening to Blink 182? And then we were like, it's like, did you leave it running? It's like, are you listening to it? It's like, yeah. It's like, well, we thought like, maybe your daughter's listening to it. It's like, well, maybe that's it. So now we're trying to figure out. Then he's trying to figure out. I wonder if there's a way I can mess with her while she's there. I didn't know that she's in a completely different state. That's awesome. That
would have been even better, dude.
That would have been
awesome.
She'd be like, I'm never going to use Spotify again. That is perfect.
Yeah. So we've been doing that. Kat and I, we got some Mario Party in. Didn't realize we haven't even opened up all the game boards. I didn't realize there was more game boards. There's more game boards.
You know what's funny, Smitty? Okay, here's the funny thing. I literally played Jamboree for the first time yesterday. I did a recording of it. Yeah.
The first time? You got it like 2 years ago.
No, I didn't. I just bought it. I bought it 2 weeks ago because it was on sale. It was on sale, and I was like, okay, cool.
I thought you had it this whole time.
I was planning on doing it, but then because I know you remember I showed you the overlays and stuff that I wanted to do for a future an online one, but didn't have a chance to. But then we got busy. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I've been wanting to do it, and now I wanted to do YouTube content. So I did, and I invited some creators to do it, and did the whole thing. Had a great time on the 10. Yeah, you were busy. You were busy. Well, when we decided to switch it, and then I also promised these two people, these folks a long time. All right. But hey, you know what? Now, but I want to play another one because.
But we should. Yeah, no, I would definitely be down, dude.
Here's the worst part of all of this. The worst part is I did the recording. I was recording it. Sounds perfect. But the other people's audio didn't pick up. So I have to do it again.
Classic Davis.
Yeah, it is. I know. It made me annoyed because like I tried to figure out what I did wrong, and then now I figured it out. And I'm like, okay, well, we need to do it again. I told them, and I was like, hey, sorry, bad news, because we had some real fun shenanigans on that one.
Wait, was it only 3 of you guys?
4. It was 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We got a full squad on it, and I'm gonna do it again, and when I do it, I'm gonna add probably 4 people or do it again. But we're gonna do more times because I only did 10 spaces because I didn't know how long 10 was gonna be.
Yeah.
But now next time I'm gonna do 20 now since I have an idea of how all this works, and see where that's gonna go. This is a great game. Pop, you don't have a Switch, do you?
No.
You don't? Okay, yeah, dude. Like that. This Jamboree was actually really fun. Totally better than Super Mario Party.
I cannot believe there's more boards.
How many boards are there? Yeah, because I was wondering.
I have no idea now. I thought there was only 4, and all of a sudden, like last night or the other night, it was like you've unlocked a Train Town board or some shit. We haven't even gone in and looked yet, but I was like a new board. I was like, wow. Okay. I had no idea. I thought 4 was weak. I thought it was weak. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I thought 4 wasn't a lot either.
Yeah.
I know.
So I was like,
I want from a reference of Mario Party. Like, did the other Mario Parties have more? Like, how many boards did the original ones have? Do you remember? Or like the 60? Did you play any of the 64 ones?
I have played other ones. I don't remember ever having to unlock boards though. I don't remember that.
You know, and the other one on the Switch, you don't have to unlock any. So hearing it about Jamboree, I'm kind of like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, Super Mario Party was the one that was terrible. That was the one that was because that's the one I had for a long time, and they only had like 4 boards. Yeah, but you remember?
I've played one of them. It's about every single Mario Party, even the stupid one on the Switch with the motion controls. I'm like, why do we have this?
Yeah, so yeah, that was a garbage one. Those Superstars one I heard kind of redeemed himself, but it was like an all-star one from other boards from the past. It was its own entity. Yep. Yeah, but then what's it called? But this one is its own, and this is a lot better. It's really a lot better. I like it a lot. And first off, and this is just my opinion, I am not spending $80 for the upgrade patch because all it is about cameras and stuff like that they're adding to it. The Jamboree TV that they're doing for the Switch 2.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, when I saw Nintendo,
take it easy.
When I saw $40-something at Best Buy for this one, I was like, okay, I'm buying it because it was a good one. It was a good sale for it. So yeah. But I know. Anyways, guys, I know y'all don't want to talk about like strategies of Mario Party, so let's go through the normal rigmarole that we like to do each and every week. So each of us chooses a topic or discussion in the world of video games. The topic would or could be a game itself or something that happened in the gaming industry, and we do not want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and viewers on Twitch and on YouTube, to be a part of the conversation as always. So if there's something you want to chime in about, just type it inside the chat. We will discuss it with you and go from there. Smitty, what do you bring to the table?
So this past week, Nintendo dropped a Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. I think it lasted like 17 minutes or something like that. But like what I really took away from this, like, again, when we first found out about the Switch 2, we found out about Donkey Kong and all that. I got kind of excited because some of the mechanics of the game like looked interesting, being able to like break through walls and like go underneath ground and stuff like that looked cool. What I didn't realize though was how much lore there really is to Donkey Kong and whatnot. So what we're finding out in this game, this also has 2-player co-op. We get a 13-year-old Pauline. If you don't know who Pauline is the original princess or woman or whatever that was captured by Donkey Kong in the original DK, and that was like essentially before Mario. I don't think it was the Mario character, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, it was. It was originally it was Mario Bros. It was Mario Brothers. That's the original Mario Brothers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was before he was actually. I thought it was just a plumber.
Yeah, this was during the time when he was like all of that. Like, hold on, I'll look it up. Just keep on going.
Yeah. But anyway. So that's where Pauline, because I didn't understand it, and in Mario Kart World, Pauline is a character, and I'm like, who the heck is Pauline? I've never heard of Pauline. Maybe I'll figure that out. So anyway, the connection between the two, this 13-year-old Pauline who loves music, people are connecting to Mario. If you played Super Mario Odyssey, the mayor of New Donk City, which number one, fantastic name for a city. Absolutely fantastic. The Pauline, who is a singer, is the mayor. So some people are speculating that this may be some sort of prequel to it. And my understanding too is like, how does that work timeline wise? Because if the original DK captured an adult Pauline, how is he then interacting with a 13-year-old Pauline? Because that's something doesn't seem right timeline wise in terms of that. But that really got me interested in that. I know it's one of the $80 games. To me, I'm going to shell out the ducats.
That's an $80 game.
It's an $80 game. It is. I don't feel good about it, but I don't know. There's something about this tells me that I want to get it. And it'll be fun too with the local co-op. as well. So it's something that we can do, kind of like what was it? The Mario one where you can do it and you can do a co-op.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
is
no,
it
no,
really 80? Because on their site it says $69.99.
Yeah, it's 70.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was an $80 game.
Nope.
No.
Thank God.
Oh.
Thank God. I was like, that's an
Oh,
$80
yay.
game.
That's
Okay.
even better. Yeah, I totally thought it was an $80 game. Never mind, $70. I have no problem shelling out $70. Finally, my boy DK is getting his flowers. And I'm excited for this. I want to know what your guys' thoughts were. If you guys saw the direct, if it did anything for you, if it moved the gauge one way or the other for you, or you're still kind of like meh.
Well, first off, I will say, yeah, you're right. Okay, so it was original DK. Original DK is the one with the with the original lore with Pauline and stuff from the arcades back in the day, back in the 80s. But no, this doesn't really thread my needle itself. It looks, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it looks really good, but to me, it's just I'm not good at platformers, and it's a tall order on wanting to play a platforming game. And then on top of that, if everything is completely destructible and then all these different kinds of things, that allows you to make it like, just basically free, basically almost close to a level of a sandbox to me.
Right.
That I don't know if I would have the attention span to try to complete the stage, especially how they usually do with these platformers is that when you complete a stage, it's not just completing a stage. You have to collect stuff. You have to get the bananas. You have to get I forgot what they call them, whatever the banana gems or the currency that they use inside the game and stuff. Because it seems like it's like another version of Mario, like the Mario sandboxes.
He basically found that this island has golden bananas.
Yeah.
So,
okay. So like, yes. I just saw, looking at the video of this, I just saw that this one has like, one stage had 7 of these golden bananas. You have to find them and stuff. Bananium, that's what it's called. And I'm like, yeah, I can't, I just can't do this. Like, I personally just can't do this. So yeah, it looks, but to welcome Donkey Kong back to, a level of a platforming game. Yeah, it is well overdue time. Also, if anyone knows, and please correct me if I'm wrong on this, if like prior to this game, I don't think the last person that has messed with a Donkey Kong, excuse me, a Donkey Kong like platform or series or something like that, action adventure game. The last time we saw something like this was like, Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong 64 and stuff like that. Like, it's been over like 20 years, hasn't been over 20, almost closer to 30 years for all of this. And I'm just thinking like the last company that's truly did it was Rareware, if I remember correctly. I don't think another company has done it ever since that point in time. But if that's the case, yeah, this is all due time. And they definitely need Donkey Kong definitely needs its flowers for the series. So it looks like a fun game. It looks great. I didn't know that there was a co-op version of it because I didn't watch the direct on it itself. So yeah, but I mean, it looks cool. I'm looking forward. I hope you stream it, to be honest with you. So
I think this would be one that I would stream, dude.
Yeah. So this is, but yeah, and I like the fact that this co-op isn't like it's not original for it, because remember, like, when I think the original Donkey Kong Country was also 2-player co-op, one person could play Diddy Kong and stuff. So they kind of keep it. They're still keeping to form of all of that. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to for people to check this out. But this is not going to be for me personally. What about you, Pop?
I'm still not getting a Switch to you. I'm not swayed. I like platformers, but I've never been a huge Donkey Kong fan. But as someone who, I have favorite franchises, and, they have games that are coming back, like Shinobi's coming back in August. So I can absolutely empathize with the hype of seeing a game or a franchise where you've been waiting for a new entry for so long, and now you get that reboot that you've been waiting for all along. First of all, it's fresh, it looks really good, and yeah, it's something I can empathize with. I'm like I said, I'm still not getting a Switch to you guys.
Are you just not planning on getting a Switch to you at all, or are you just? I mean, you're not. I mean, I know were never into the hype for it, but Like, are you planning on getting one in the future?
We're still
or
waiting for like that for a franchise that I like to be like something exclusive would have to be released only on the Switch 2 for me to get a Switch 2, and it has to be something that I'm looking forward to play.
Okay, I see.
It makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think that this is local share too. Wow. Okay. Good night. They did a lot. They're doing a lot with this.
No, dude. They're doing a lot with this one. That's I'm excited. I feel like they're kind of using this as like a playground to, just do things that they can do, and we'll get a good idea of what the Switch 2, can do. Hopefully.
Okay, well, here's a question though, because this is what I'm wondering about. Because I just saw a part of it showing that is this game going to be both on Switch 2 and on Switch 1? Because they just did local share with a Switch 1 on it.
I don't know. I'm still kind of I had an issue. You know how they're out of town. I couldn't play any games on my Switch 2 because of the stupid cartridges. So I had to unlink them from my account in order for me to be able to play. But she's still able to play and stuff just fine. So.
What?
Yes, it's very weird. I don't understand it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but I was like, no way I basically have a bricked Nintendo Switch.
Oh my God. Wait.
Everything's getting unlinked until I can play games again.
Is all your games digital, like digital library and stuff? Like, or are we talking about
I don't have physical cartridges. I have one game, I think, that's on a physical cartridge.
See, that's why I don't want to mess with digital, dude. I don't want to mess with this nonsense. This is ridiculous. Oh my God.
It's crazy. It is crazy, dude. I'm like, why do you guys have to make this so convoluted, man? We own the game. We're in a family group together. We should all be able to play the game with no issues. All right, I get maybe a limitation of multiple people playing the same game, but you got to do something better here, Nintendo. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
I don't even know what I did. Physical. Yeah, just stop trying to kill the damn physical. That's what drives me insane about this. It's like, man,
no stopping
dude,
that, my friend.
I'm just saying that I'm not saying to just totally can digital, because the digital's convenience is fine, but just the fact that you have to go through these hoops and hurdles just to get the game that you already have to deal with, it's just dumb. And I'm just so annoyed by this. It's just,
I was annoyed as well.
Yeah, what you had to do something special. You had to literally jerry rig it so you could actually play the game that you already paid for.
Well, it was weird because I had it linked to my main Switch, and then my daughter, we let her use hers and take hers back, and she linked it too. And I think I don't know if only 2 accounts could be linked at the same time or what. And then I think my Switch 2 got bumped or something like that. But my Switch 2 should be the main, and the other one's linked to that, I think was what the issue was. So I just unlinked theirs. I was able to access the games again. But she said that I said something to my mom. I was like, hey, let me know if you guys have issues accessing the games. I had to unlink the account and or unlink her thing, and she said they haven't had any issues. So
weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm if I got the game, it would be physical. It's always going to be physical for me.
I respect it. I understand.
Yeah, but but overall, I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have some digital games. My digital library is probably very minuscule relatively to my what's called. This is what I love, and this is what I do love about the Switch, though. The Switch games are so small. I have my whole library in this just small little thing, and it's 20 something games. I just love that, and then I just still have the cases, so I'm totally fine with just taking it with me, man. Just going because I'm going to be heading to Chicago here soon, and I'll just be like, okay, what kind of game do I want to play? I'm definitely bringing my Switch 2
that's true.
So it's here you go. Yeah. It's the convenience factor of digital, I easily see. I totally understand. But the hoops and hurdles you have to do just to get it to deal with it. Like you have to worry about an internet connection. You have to worry about like if you're sharing it with your family because your family share plan on the network for NSO and all that stuff. Not worth it to me. I'm good. I'm good when it comes to that. But coming back to Donkey Kong, yes, I think this game looks really good. I definitely do. Just not my cup of tea. That's all it is.
I get it. I'm pumped for this. I think I will play. I will most likely stream this. And yeah, I'm excited to see what they bring to the table and how they utilize, hopefully I'm really hoping that they use the new technology in this game to its, potential, or at least somewhat to its potential. That's where I felt when the PS5 first came out. They didn't really, and they still to this day don't really utilize the full capacity of their controllers and that haptic feedback. So I'm hoping Nintendo does not make that same mistake. So far, the Joy-Cons, knock on wood, the Joy-Cons have worked flawlessly. We actually play Jamboree with the Joy-Cons so we can play some of those other games as well, that you can't with the Pro controllers. So, as long as those hold up, man, I'll be happy. I'm good. But I'm a little soured on the Joy-Cons.
By default, I got a Pro controller. I just play a Pro controller all the time.
And everything connects and stuff like that. We did find out though, a third-party camera, I am having issues. It finds the microphone, but it will not see the camera.
Oh yeah, which camera?
I tried my Lumina and I tried a USB one. So the Lumina's USB-C, it saw that microphone, but it wouldn't output the video. Tried my Logitech in the USB, and it didn't see that at all.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Yeah, so lame.
No. That sounds like that could be a patch thing. Poppy says that
it could.
Yeah. Poppy says you got to get the Pro controller for the PS5, Smitty. It's funny.
Dude.
So I got the Pro controller. I got two Pro controllers now because I decided to buy the official PlayStation one when it was on sale. The Nacon Revolution 4, the Revolution 5, the one that Smitty's holding up. Great controller. I love it. That's my PC controller. Although the weird thing about it, I will say, if you connect it to your PC, it inputs like Xbox, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Because it throws me off a little bit because I'm not familiar with the Xbox like A, B, X, Y all the time. But I love the feel of that controller, and I just have to deal with it.
Dude, that is such a great controller. It really is.
Yeah, so now so you've been messing with it, Smitty, so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've messed around a little bit with it and whatnot, dude. Like it's good. It's good.
Right. So my video I'm going to be doing for the Steam Next Fest games I played. I played all of it on that controller. Well, most of them when they needed the controller, I played with that and. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, all this stuff felt perfect. Or This Is Hell or whatever. Or Hell Is Us is really good. Was good on it too. So yeah, definitely going to go for it. Yes, there's a couple things I will say. I should finish my write up on it. I know I was supposed to do it a while ago, but yeah, the write up of it. But the one thing I will say about the Poppy's asking, is it better than the official PS1 one or PlayStation 5 controller? There's a couple of things. One of the things is that it doesn't make sense that you can't, obviously it doesn't have haptic feedback as what the PlayStation 1 would have. The other one, the weird one is that this has rumble capabilities, but there's some games that don't use haptic and it still doesn't do rumble, which is really kind of weird. And I don't care personally about rumble. So like I can deal without. So if that's a deal breaker, then I would go with the PlayStation feel for it. The bumpers are a little bit feel a little cheap in the back end on the trigger side. So so it feels like plasticky at the back side, and it only has two settings. And then the first setting, if you put it a short shot, for FPS, I don't know. I don't think it's pressing. I think it's too short. So I don't know if it's registering, because sometimes it doesn't register when I press the button when I stop it on the back end side. So in those little small aspects, but since I don't play first person shooters, I play RPGs and I play a lot of action games. It is a great controller to play with, to use, and I think the feel is better than the PlayStation Edge. So but no, each has its pros and cons, but I don't want to get into it. But we'll go into it another time. Okay, well, cool. Donkey Kong coming July 17th? I want to say.
Is it the 17th or the 15th?
So mid-July.
It's somewhere around there. Yeah.
Let's say. Yeah. Oh, and I will say this: Revolutionary Pro is it's $150 as opposed to the Edge, which is $200, I believe. So I think you get a good controller for all of that. For the most part, it really depends also what you play. So there you go. Can't express my satisfaction on it more. I even sold a lot. I think I sold a lot of controllers when we were at Level Up Expo because of it. Because I was saying I was giving praise on this because I don't like third-party controllers. But this is Nacon's the only one that I really like playing with their.
Well, I love their keyboard too, dude. That I got with it as well. Like I'm using their keyboard right now. Like it's great. Oh,
I haven't even opened it. It's like sitting right there next to it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's all colorful and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
it is all colorful and stuff. But yeah, no, it's nice.
Yeah, very nice. Mm-hmm. All right, hey Pop, what are you bringing to the table?
So the director for Final Fantasy Tactics, which is coming later this year on September 30th, has stated that the success of this game could determine where tactics RPGs stand in the market. And I know you've all seen how Square Enix, kind of decided they were going to dial back on some things and focus on their flagships. And I just wanted to know, what do you guys think about that statement? Like the success of this game could determine where tactic RPGs stand within the gaming industry and the RPG genre overall.
Well, being a tactics fan, like not just Final Fantasy Tactics, but playing tactical games, I've always wanted more tactics games, and I love it. I like it, but I don't trust Square. I really just don't trust. I don't.
No, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah, because
don't get me wrong. I love FFT, but I don't think I would trust Square with being the one to push tactics into their golden age.
Oh yeah, by none. I mean, they're going back in the day. This game came out in '97. This came out around the same year as Final Fantasy VII, and they're coming back. We know. Okay, I mean, we would be naive to say that this game is not going to sell. This game is going to destroy for when it comes to tactical games, because this is everyone always compares Final Fantasy Tactics to any other tactics game throughout its history or whatever. Even back in the day, it was either Tactics or Ogre Battle. Those were the two that most people were always going into it as a reference. And now since Tactics is coming back with a remaster, with voiceovers, and with a new UI and stuff, people are just totally like drooling over it.
They're gonna gobble it up. They'll gobble it up.
Yeah. And it's sold out. The limited the collector's edition is sold out already, and the only way to get it is on Square's website. And they're charging. They just dished out. I think it's like $200 for the collector's edition. So we know that it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen. They're going to oversaturate, and the way how Square always does their games. Hopefully, it's going to be a different kind of Square than what we've seen in the past history of it, which is basically we're just going to release a game and just see what's going to happen without marketing, without showing or advertising and stuff like that, and just let it to die. And then they'll be like, okay, we need to shut these studios down because we're not getting the money that we were expecting it to get, and stuff, and wondering what happened. It's like bait and switch. And we know it's going to happen. They always do this. So I don't trust Square in that aspect. I hope what they do is that they're going to be smart. They're going to be smarter about, how they're going to release these games or these said games that's going to happen, and not put a AAA budget or a huge budget for them to for those games and expect these monstrous great deals and stuff and that's my worry. It's just like I don't think that they're trying to strike lightning twice on this tactics adventures thing, and because we know this game is going to sell millions. It's going to sell millions because of nostalgia, the nostalgic factor, and everyone who is in that tactical community will always be like, oh yeah, this is the one we've always wanted. We've been wishing for a remake forever. It's going to crush. It's going to break records. Doubt it. But yeah, I just hope I just hope that Square doesn't just ruin the genre or the RTS side for it in general, and that's my biggest worry for him when he's saying stuff like that. What do you think, Smitty?
This seems to be a kickoff kind of towards that plan, though. Kind of bank some ducats to be able to make that shift over and focus on those flagships. So I'm hoping, because you're right, we have, they're going back to doing these remakes and this and that of their games. I'm hoping this kind of kickstarts them into, taking those flagships into the next generation and pushing forward with some new content, as opposed to just remaking the old stuff and whatnot. I never played Tactics, so I would be interested in playing this game. I like tactic games as well, and I like the Final Fantasy universe, so this seems like it'd be right up my alley. But yeah, I think this could be, hopefully for them, and you're right, hopefully they don't make the same mistakes. And we saw the same things with I feel like Capcom's another one that kind of does that stuff too, and they try to do things and then it just ends up dying. And it's just like, well, all right, I guess we're just gonna walk away from that. So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully this kind of is a jumpstart for them, fulfilling what they said they were hoping to do, and that includes making new content out of these old flagship IPs. That is my hope. Am I going to hold my breath for that? Absolutely not. We'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, I think this is going to be successful no matter how you look at it.
Right. I mean, like, do you have what do you have against? What do you think, Pop? Like, what do you are you kind of worried? Are you skeptical? Like, what's going on with this? Like, what's going on in your mind for it?
It was more so the comment about how, he was just like, if it sells, it'll show that tactic games are viable in the industry. And I'm sitting here thinking, we've had, Persona 5 Tactics, we've had other tactical RPGs come out, and they've done pretty well. So I'm a little concerned by that statement, because I'm just like, are you saying that with the return of FFT, like, that will bring light to all these other tactic games that have come out and we're kind of, just diamonds in the rough? Or are you more so focusing on, or is he even thinking about Square's, their whole model of focusing on their flagship titles and just honing in on them and what they can do with them, with refining them and bringing new content out of them? Because even though this is a remake that's coming out, there's a lot of new features in this game that is not in the old version. So you still have that new content aspect with, one of their flagship IPs. And I don't know, I'm sort of just playing the waiting game. I'm excited for it because, the game's coming out the day after my birthday, so I'm going to have fun with it. But I'm also, I don't want to say skeptic. I'm more so,
cautious?
When you're like, yeah, I'm very cautious. I've been waiting on Dragon Quest 12 for a very long time, so I'm very cautious with Square.
Yes.
I'm very cautious with the things that they say. If you give me Dragon Quest 12, I'll keep my lips shut. I'll have a little bit more faith. But as of right now, I'm kind of like, It's like a cat finding like food around the house, and it's just like, is this edible? Is this going to taste good?
That's funny. Well, I mean, like, I think that like Tactics is an outlier of whatever it seems like they're really depending on this to be successful for them to have a justifiable reason for it to do it. I think it's kind of a weird way of looking at it, because Tactics is now down in history. It's kind of like saying, like, the best game of all time is coming back with a remaster, and we know, and then people who been playing it or is familiar with it, they know that you know it's going to sell. You know it's going to be a banger of a hit, regardless if it isn't as good as what the original one was or whatever. You know people are going to put money in on this and it's going to release it. But then to say that you're going to depend on whatever that outcome is going to be, we're going to see if we can make more of it, and that seems. I think that seems a little unfair because you're right. Because the most recent RTS I'd say that's more successful during its time prior to all of this, I would say it would be Unicorn Overlord, if you remember that game.
That game was an absolute banger.
Yeah, great game and stuff, but did it sell? Like that's the question. like will it sell to the same kind of extent of like what you're expecting Final Fantasy Tactics to be? Like, you know, Tactics, and some people say it's the GOAT for RPGs, even though it doesn't really play like you know turn based and stuff like that. And the niche of tactical games is very small. It's not like a huge genre of different kinds of people or different kinds of games, and it's doing it for a good reason. But so that's where I'm concerned about. Like when they said that, when they realize, like, I feel like these people don't know what to, or when they go all in this thing, and they'll be like, why are we made like five or six different other tactical games, and why is it only selling like 300,000 400,000 copies and stuff? And they'll be like, okay, because you decided to do the freaking Michael Jordan of games, and then you're thinking that all the other games are going to be hitting to that same kind of level. That's the way I'm looking at this, and I think and I totally agree that kind of makes me not give a lot of faith of what they're planning on doing, and let alone a company like Square is just I don't even know. I'm sorry, what were you saying, Smitty?
Do you find it kind of weird that he said it out loud in general? Like,
yeah, that's also.
I feel like
point.
Yeah, I that was super transparent to say. I mean,
like, what are you setting this up for?
But am I glad? Yes, because now if something happens or it's like something falls through, it's just like, oh well, this didn't happen because they said X, Y, and Z. Like, right. It's just like with the whole leaker situation we talked about, you know, like if a collab doesn't happen that was announced because it got leaked, you know, now we know.
Oh yeah. That's true. I didn't really think of it that way, but that is a good point, that like for them to be that blunt about it, especially for them to.
It's like they're holding themselves accountable for, and it kind of like levels, or it should level out the expectation of people. People's expectations are still going to be out the wazoo for whatever reason, but it I see it as, you know, leveling out the expectations. Like, here's the roadmap, here's the plan, here's the goal. That's it.
Yeah, I think you're giving them a little more credence than I do.
You are? You really?
I mean, me personally, business people in general, I think it's like, what's your angle, dude? Like, you're not getting on.
Well, to be fair, this is the director and not what's it called?
Like the
it's the director of the game. It's the director of the game, not from not like a Square executive. This is like the director of the game is saying this. So that completely changes.
So he's not writing. Yeah, so he's not saying it on behalf of Square.
He's not saying it on behalf of Square.
I'm setting the expectations.
He's like, here's our expectations for our game, and just, you know, basically being like, you know, if it, you know, its success can determine, you know, the basically if Tactics can be a banger in the industry or not.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, yeah,
that does make sense. Yeah.
Well, let's just hope that it doesn't get to that point, because I'm pretty sure I will give.
I would like a sequel. An FFT2 would be pretty nice in the next coming years, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, they could make another Tactics game, because I mean, the game itself basically is a one shot. I mean, it's like other Final Fantasies, like Tactic, but it had its own core story, and then after that, the story was finished, and then you go from there. So they could easily make another sequel to it, but just it would have to be a whole different cast of characters, I would say. But still,
absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that would work. I think I would have no problem. They technically did with GBA with Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, so. And then there was another version of it too, but I can't remember. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, we'll see. Well, hopefully they're smart about it. That's all I pray to God on. And I don't have a lot of faith with Square, so we'll see. We'll go with that. We'll leave it at that. Also, okay, our final topic is so as you know, Borderlands 4, I believe they've released that it's coming out sooner than they thought on the release. They announced it a while ago that it's coming in sooner. I believe it's coming in September now of this year. And it's highly anticipated because this is one of the big games that what's called Gearbox, like is basically a flagship game for Gearbox now. So. But like I personally have never played a Borderlands. I've tried, but I want to play I do have all three of them. I just never wanted to play. I want to play with like a co-op, like core group or something like that, because I heard that it's a fun experience and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I heard that 4 looks like 4 they're kind of tightening up on different things, like, you know, legendary weapons and stuff. So probably the weapon thing is not as crazy as the older ones is what I'm gathering, but it's still going to be fun and hilarious and stuff. So, and I love Tiny Tina Wonderland. It was a great game. However, the thing that disturbs me is the fact of how they're selling the game. I remember less than a month ago, people were worried that this game is going to be coming out at $70, and then Randy Pitchford didn't make it any better when he was like saying that real gamers shouldn't worry about the price if you're a real gamer to pay the $80 and stuff. Then people were relieved that this game was not $80; it's going to be coming at $70. But when I saw this, I just thought that this is impossible for them. I gave them benefits of the doubt that they're not doing it this way. It legitimately irritated me to a point that I'd be like, wow, I hope this game, I hope people hear some sort of level of backlash. So Borderlands, of course, is going to be doing a regular limited edition, collector's edition, and the CE edition, like the top end, like the hundreds of dollar version or whatever. And then I read the fine print of the collector's edition, and the collector's edition, they're selling it for $150. But this collector's edition is doing something that no other collector edition has ever done before. And it is that they're not including the game with the collector's edition at all. Like the game is so I was like, that is impossible for them to do it this way. So I looked it up. I went on GameStop's website, and they said specifically, this is what it comes with the collector's edition. I have it up. Let me put the image up here. Here it is. So the game comes with the Echo 4 statue, which is a statue of one of the bots in Borderlands, vault symbol necklace in the game, a set of 4 double-sided lithograph art prints, a map of Kairos of the location, a shift code for 5 golden keys in Borderlands 4. But in small bold print on the bottom right-hand corner says game is sold separately. Yes. And I was like, this is not, are you kidding me that we're at a point now that collector's editions of a game, you're dishing out $150 of just utter bullshit crap and not release the game with the collector of the game. Like the reason why you're buying it is for the special edition of the game itself, supporting it. And I was like, that is impossible for them to do this, right? And I was like, I was in utter misbelief on that they would say yes, it's going to happen. So I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a one-off, and make sure this was the official version of it. The game is and it's the official. It's official. The game is sold separately from the edition. So if you're wanting to get the collector's edition, you can get the collector's edition. But then you can buy. But it's giving you the right to buy either the base game or the digital deluxe or any of these other ones that's going to range. So this game with collector would probably cost over $200.
That's insane.
I would say this: if you wanted to, if you were going to do some sort of shitty thing like this, you might as well just could call this game, make this game re-release at $200 something. There's no harm of saying $200 something. People are not going to do it. People are probably going to say, no, we're not going to do it. It's too expensive for obvious reasons. But the collectors who are willing to spend this kind of money for this would be straight. But what you're doing is that you're insulting the people's intelligence on this. And what's worse is that you're hiding it, because the way that y'all introduce this kind of stuff is you put in small print on the bottom right-hand corner of the image itself, which no one basically reads a lot, and say the game is sold separately. Like, what kind of shitty company are you to do this? To do that? I hope people do not I hope people notice this and not be surprised or get sideswiped when this game comes out. To say, hey, it doesn't come with the game. And
that's crazy.
They get the game itself, they get the box, they get the bundle, they get all the nice bells and whistles, and they realize, hey, the game isn't a part of this. And then they'll be like, oh no, the game isn't a part of it. So it was told that it comes separately. What is happening? Yeah, so I wanted to get y'all's opinions on this. Like, what do y'all think? Because you didn't even see. You're like, what?
That's a bad look. That is like intentionally. Like, why even have that as an option? I don't understand that. Like, that is unheard of, having anything like collectors wise and it doesn't come with the game. Like, that's crazy. Like, you're just like, what? That's, and
not only that, but sold separately was like up at the top. Because someone out there is gonna buy it and not gonna see that at the bottom right.
Yeah, but you're throwing this in with other bundles that do come with the game, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get some people that are not gonna realize it. Well, it was on the thing.
Oh no. I think they're going to mislead a lot of people. I don't think people will see this. I don't just knowing how people don't read the fine print. They just see what's in front of them, and I just don't think that this this is 100% deceptive. Poppy Hendricks says, sounds like another company we know. I'm not familiar. What other company are we talking about? You can call them out. You call them out. We're perfectly fine. We're not hired by any of them. We're not getting sponsored, so we're good. Just say it. So I mean, Jesus, it makes me. Oh, Second Dinner. What did Second Dinner do? I don't know.
They're monetizing.
Huh? Is that Multiverses? Second Dinner.
No. Snap.
What's going on with Second Dinner on that?
Just all the monetization things that they have, and like the new card, like it's not even obtainable within the event, dude. Like, you got to spend gold to get enough of that stuff, and you need to spend real money to get gold, essentially, to be able to get the new card. It's crazy, dude.
So you're saying that? So like how other things work?
Mathematically, it's impossible to get that card within the week time that the event's going on.
Oh wait, okay. So like how they normally do on seasons, they have a primary card. They're not doing it for this season specifically.
So I'm told that that's switching to where that's going behind the premium, the super premium or whatever. So you get the battle pass. You can buy the battle pass, but then you know how there's like the premium.
Yeah.
I'm being told that the card's going to be under the premium, and then you know how they have events, and like usually you get enough of the currency, you can get a new card.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this event, the new card, Kid Omega, is locked at 50,000. One win is 20 energy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude. You do the math.
Oh my God. He says, so Bobby just says,
and there's bounties and stuff that like you get like you get like 500 and stuff, but like mathematically, dude, you'd have to play it nonstop to even come close.
Oh my God. So got to pay $100 for a new card now? Okay. So either Snap is not doing too hot, or like for them to be that aggressive on it.
They're getting super aggressive about it, dude.
Are you done?
Yeah.
So are you done? I mean, because that would.
I'm still playing. I'm not paying money. I don't care. I don't care if I don't get the card.
Like that, but that means it's.
But it's bullshit that they're doing it.
That essentially means it's going to eventually become pay to win. Because that means maybe this card may not be the catalyst to do it, but there's going to eventually be a card that'll be like, hey, you need this card to be successful.
And that card, so after a month, that card becomes part of the Series 5 packs. So eventually it will become accessible and stuff like that.
Yeah, but your chances of getting it, it's a
lot harder to get things out the gate and get these newer cards. They're making it more difficult, and they're making it, you got to spend money in order to get it, essentially.
Yeah,
takes away the fun from doing the events in the first place.
Yeah, like, what's the point? Yeah, what's the point? Anyways, that stuff is insane. That's insane, but okay.
They released a statement that said it's not pay to win, it's pay to advance or some BS.
What? Okay, that makes it better. What? Oh God. Anyways, look, we can get in the rabbit hole. With
don't get us started. Yeah,
but, this is Jesus. Anyways, so like Borderlands, I mean, I don't know where I feel about Borderlands 4. You know what I'm probably going to do? I'm not going to get Borderlands 4 day one because these games do not hold their value. That's just the simple fact of it. So there's no reason for me, or there's no rush for me to play it. I would want to play the other ones anyways in the first place. This is just very disappointing to see. I mean, like that I just hope to God this is not something that's going to, I mean, like, the biggest fear is that if Borderlands is successful with the collector's editions, if it gets sold out or something, other companies is going to see monkey do monkey kind of situation. So like, but oh my God, that is wild to me that they would now we're at a part where collector's editions are now sold separately from the game that it's pushing.
Really disappointing, dude. And I love the Borderlands series. Like, it's the OG looter shooter, and there's so many different varieties of guns and stuff like that. The last story was kind of weak, but I love Borderlands. It's a great game series. So I've been conflicted here and there with just how they've been doing things, especially again when it comes to the monetization. When you see deceptive stuff like this, it leaves a nasty taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, that is just terrible, man. Like, I hope they don't sell not one collector's edition. I know some people have already reserved it, but I just hope that people don't, like, what's going to be kind of funny, because it's like what's going to end up happening is this, because if anyone collects or buys this game, or they get a collector's edition, or they pick it up at the store, maybe like GameStop or something, GameStop's going to clearance the sucker out, because like immediately after, if it's not successful, which I hope. Let's just hope that, like, I mean, I don't like to hope bad things because it makes it takes a village to make one of these AAA games, and I don't. It's kind of like on one hand you're wanting to kind of support like creators and stuff, of it, but at the same time it's like you want to give a giant FU to the corporations.
You don't want to reward those kind of tactics. Yeah,
exactly. So it sucks. Like, you're in a rock and a hard place when it comes to this, especially if you're a fan of the series that they're doing this stuff to. So like, dude, if you're worried that no one's going to buy the collector's edition, and then you're going to do it this way, be a man and just straight up just say, hey, it's going to cost $220 or $200 something or $250 for the collector's edition.
Yeah,
because it's not unheard of for collector's editions to go over 200. Final Fantasy Tactics is a $200 collector's edition. They even say, and they even go another step higher to say that the collector's edition box is separate to the game, but you get the game as with the collector's edition.
With it, yeah.
And you could do stuff like that. So like, I don't understand why that. Like what are they afraid of? Like, are they afraid of just not having like the appeal of they're like, oh, they'll be shocked that this game is good, or that this collector's edition is so much, but then you're getting all of this, and then but we're worried that these people don't want to spend $200. If your game is good, people are going to buy it. Simple as that. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just, it irritates me that this is where we're at right now. Yeah. Yeah. Now, luckily, if it was for me, because like the only way that I would buy it, because like me for physical games, the only way it's a steelbook. All I care about is the steelbook, because all the extra tchotchkes and stuff like that comes in these games are usually stays in the box for me. So there's no reason, for me to get to go ham on this. But anyways, we'll go with that. But folks, Thank you for listening to episode number 268 of the CFG Game Cast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again next week with a whole new set of different kinds of topics and discussions. But if you did miss out on this episode, that is perfectly all right. We do release it on all podcast services, on any podcast service, as well on our YouTube page. So there is absolutely no reason to miss out on our sexy voices. Ooh. Guys, thank you so much. Also, be sure to check out the awesome interview I did with Brianna Roberts, who is a cool voice actor on the return of Pop Culture Gems. You know, it's funny. I looked at Pop Culture Gems, the episode prior to the Brianna Roberts, and it was a year. The last time I did was a year before. It was in April of 2024. And it was when I was, and then the image between me back in a year and a half ago to now is a night and day difference, which is crazy. you know, I was like, oh my God. You know, when I saw it, I was like, when was the last time I did it? And I looked at it, I was like, this isn't me. And then now it's like, oh, okay.
He said, this isn't me.
Yeah, it's weird. It was weird to see it. It was surreal, but it was cool. But definitely check out that interview. It was really, really fun to talk to her. But guys, once again, this is Davis, Pop, and Smitty signing out. Y'all take it easy.